Hello, good morning. Analysis of nitrogen content in sample of nitrogenous fertilizer. There are a number of fertilizers that contain nitrogen as a constituent. The nitrogen content of the fertilizer is also determined based on the need of analytical information about the nitrogen. The following methods are used for the determination of nitrogen content in fertilizer. Total nitrogen for nitrate-free samples, total nitrogen for nitrate-containing samples with a chloride to nitrate ratio less than 1:3, total nitrogen for materials with a chloride to nitrate ratio greater than 3, ammoniacal nitrogen, ammoniacal and nitrate nitrogen, water insoluble nitrogen, urea nitrogen. Total nitrogen determination by Geldar's method principle. The Geldar's method is the legendary method in determination of nitrogen. This method can be studied in the following three steps: digestion, distillation, titration. Digestion is the decomposition of nitrogen in organic samples utilizing a concentrate acid solution. This is done by the boiling a homogeneous sample in concentrated sulfuric acid. The nitrogen content of the sample is converted into ammonia sulfate, organic nitrogen, sulfuric acid, ammonium sulfate. When oxides are the other products of the reaction, to form effective digestion, salt addition, catalyst addition, nitric reduction, and sodium hydroxide addition are also carried out. Salt addition, salt are added to evaluate the boiling point of reaction mixture. Addition of potassium dichromate elevates the solution temperature at 330 degrees Celsius to 390 degrees Celsius. Ratio of salt to acid should be approximately 1:1 at the end of the digestion for proper temperature control. Digestion may be incomplete at the end of digestion for lack of the proper temperature control. Digestion may be incomplete for lower ratio, and nitrogen may be lost at higher ratios. Catalyst additions to break off the organic nitrogen of the sample effectively. Various types of catalysts are used. Widely used and effectively catalyst is mercuric oxide, sodium thiosulfate or sodium sulfite is added to break the complex between mercury and ammonium ion. But due to environmental concerns, mercuric oxide is not used. So a mixture of copper sulfate and titanium oxide or potassium sulfate are used as the catalyst. Nitrate and nitrite reduction, Zelda's digestion may not be sufficient for the complete recovery of all forms of nitrogen. If the sample contains nitrite and nitrate, then they need to be reduced prior to digestion by treating with salicylic acid followed by the sodium thiosulfate. Sodium hydroxide addition before distillation to make the digest mixture alkaline, pH greater than 11, approx 20 ml of 50% sodium hydroxide is added for 5 ml sulfuric acid added to during the digestion. Distillation in a distillation addition of excess base to the acid digestion mixture to convert ammonium to ammonia gas, followed by boiling and condensation of the ammonia gas in the receiving solution is carried out. The acid digestion mixture is diluted and made strongly alkaline with sodium hydroxide, liberating ammonia gas. Receiving solutions, ammonia dust formed at the distillation step is captured in a solution called receiving solution. Surely to capture ammonia, a base acidic solution of hydrochloric or sulfuric or boric acid is used. If hydrochloric or sulfuric acid is used as a receiving solution, then this should be added in slight axis because the nitrogen is calculated by back titration. If boric acid is added as receiving solution, then excess quantity of it can be used because nitrogen is determined by direct titration in this case. Titration is carried out by quantifying the amount of ammonia in the receiving solution. Two types of titration are used: nitrogen determination by back titration method, nitrogen determination by direct titration, nitrogen determination by back titration method. Capture of ammonia. The ammonia is captured by excess measured amount of standardized acid is receiving plus the excess acid makes the solution low pH and the color of the indicator does not change. By titration neutralizing the excess sulfuric acid, the excess acid is neutralized by titrating with sodium hydroxide and the color of picture changes at the end of titration. Nitrogen determination by direct titration. If boric acid is used as the receiving solution, boric acid captures ammonia by forming the ammonium borate complex. As the ammonia collects, the color of the receiving solution changes. Then to form ammonium borate complex is titrated by standardized sulfuric acid and again color changes. Procedure 0.5 to 2 gram of prepared sample was taken. When in flask and added 0.7 gram of copper sulfate, 15 gram of potassium sulfate or sodium sulfate, and then 40 ml of corn sulfuric acid, second well and alloy it reacting and then boil for 30 minutes to 1 hour to complete the digestion. Cool and added 100 ml of water and cool at 25 degrees Celsius and then added sodium hydroxide solution at the rate of 20 ml of 50% sodium hydroxide was added for 5 ml of sulfuric acid added during the digestion and fitted the tip of the condenser to the receiver container with one of the following. Measure volume of standard acid, hydrochloric acid or sulfuric acid in 5 to 7 drops of methyl red indicator. In case the color of the acid turns yellow, repeat the determination using either a small sample weight or larger volume of standard acid. Heat and boil until 150 ml of distillate was collected. Remove receiver, wash tip of the condenser and titrate excess acid with standard sodium hydroxide solution. Alternatively, the ammonia evolved can be collected in 25 ml of 4% boric acid solution in the receiver with 8 to 10 drops of mixed indicator, bromocresol, green methyl red. Heat and boil until 150 ml of distillate was collected. In this case, the ammonia collected in the receiver was directly titrated with standardized acid, the color changing from blue to light purple violet. Carry out a blank determination on all reagents using 2 grams of pure sucrose in place of the sample and apply the necessary correction in the calculation. Calculation total nitrogen present by mass B1 and 1 B2. 1.4 over m. B1 volume in ml standard acid use and normality of standard acid. B2 volume in the ml standard alkali solution use and to normality of standard alkali solution. M mass in the gram of the prepared sample taken when the ammonia is distilled into boric acid solution, total nitrogen percent by mass N1B1 1.4 over m. Okay, it's all about determination of analysis of nitrogen content in sample of nitrogenous fertilizer. Thanks for watching and request you all like, comment, share and subscribe. Thank you for patience. That's now. Bye-bye.